became an equity partner at 24. I made my first million at 25. So I was named one of the most influential women in radio. And 30 days later, I was fired. Where do I want to start over as a beginner at 43? I look back at my ex-husband and I think, was it more that I wanted to have a baby because I was 31 years old? Probably. I didn't even know I was abused as a child until I had my son and started realizing, wow, I've been the one sabotaging all my relationships or picking the wrong people that were never meant for me. The thing that holds us back is not who we think we are, it's who we think we aren't.
In this video, I'm sitting down with 51-year-old Heather, a woman whose entire life got flipped upside down at 43. She spent 25 years climbing the corporate ladder all the way up to the C-suite and then out of nowhere, got fired. Just like that, she became a newly divorced, single mom starting completely over. But here's the crazy part. A few years later, she's a 2-time best-selling author running her own successful personal brand. Now today, she sits down with us to share some of her biggest life lessons that I guarantee will make you think differently about your own life. How old are you?
51. How old are you?
27.
Ooh.
Well, what does it feel like to be 51?
Pretty freaking good if you're me.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people are 51 that I don't think they feel that way.
That's what I'm saying, but I do. I guess it's what you choose to do with your life, with your days. And I get to help people every day. I get to come to crazy places like this. It's exciting.
What have you done in your life to feel this way, though?
Probably having a lot of adversity when I was younger, and throughout my life. The more adversity you face, a lot of people hate it, dread it, don't want it. Maybe you. But the thing is, it actually equips you to be happier as you get older. When you face tough times, you appreciate good times so much more.
Did you ever have just a period of time where you're thinking like, shit, I'm 50, and then you think about a lesson or a realization or a takeaway about life that came to you?
I guess for this year, what I would say, which is more timely for me, is my son just graduated high school, just turned 19, went to Europe, and now he's going to college. And this has been one of the most unexpected, weirdest things of my entire life. And I would liken it almost to getting fired for me when I was 43, which is very unexpected as well. It's almost like you reinvent yourself. You go through this pivotal transition. Getting fired was one of those. Going from corporate America to becoming an entrepreneur, which I was thrust into. I didn't choose the thug life, it chose me, right? Like I was like, you're out, what are you gonna do now? You have an 18-month non-compete. I had to reinvent myself. That's what this feels like. It sounds so weird comparing those two, but truly it's that stark of a difference. I've been living to raise and create this child life and care for him. He's my number one priority. And suddenly you have to say, and go.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, wait a minute, I'm not worried about him. I know he's good. Now I'm worried about me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what about me? What am I gonna do now? It's been one of those weird things like having a baby that people will tell you what it's gonna be like, but until you do it, wow, you have no idea.
What do we need to know about how you grew up to understand the version of you we're listening to today?
Yeah, so I grew up poor, single mom, 4 kids, living in a trailer behind my grandparents' house, and my grandparents were not nice people. It was not a good situation at all. I would never wish it on my worst enemy. So my childhood was very, very tough. The good news is, I didn't know at the time, but I started working when I was 10 years old because I had my first paper route and then started bussing tables and started waitressing. What that ultimately yields was I was in sales my entire life. I didn't know it, but I was learning how to get client referrals, how to upsell clients, how to not churn and turn business over, how to reward people that gave business to me. I was building a playbook for success in business, and I had no idea. And so by the time I graduated college and started my first sales job, I had, 15 years of sales expertise on day one. And so I was able to become the number one salesperson in the company within 3 months, and then, get promoted, and then blah, 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 all these great successes in business. And so sometimes these adversity moments that other people look at and say, oh my gosh, that's horrific, they turn out to be blessings. You just don't know at the time.
But you said you don't wish your relationship with your grandparents on your worst enemies. Can you share a bit about what you mean by that?
Yeah, do you know this?
this story?
Yeah.
No?
I was abused.
Should I?
Well, it's
In my second book. So I was abused.
Well, no, I'm not there yet. I'm on the first one.
I was abused as a child, which that's what I don't wish on anyone. It's just horrible. Children should be kept safe. And
Sure,
it just, you can't fix the past, can't change the past. But what it's taught me now was how I can show up differently for my child. All you ever want is your kids to be in better situations than you are. And I don't know, there were some core fundamental things that I knew right away. This kid will be safe, he will be provided for, and no one's screwing with my kid. And so we were able to do that successfully, thank God.
In retrospect, knowing what you know, what would you have done differently, or how would you have thought about it differently?
If I had had the mental bandwidth or understanding at the time, it would have been to understand my mom was coming from a place, she thought she was protecting us and helping us, right? However, that was not great advice, and not everybody is out to hurt you, and not everybody won't hurt you. And there's plenty of great people you can depend on, and plenty of great guys out there for any woman listening. Don't buy the hype. It's the world is going to be what you make it. There's billions of people out there. There's so many great people, and I look back now, and I let so many great guys go out of my life. Not ready. But again, I was dealing with subconscious blocks that I was completely unaware of. I didn't even know I was abused as a child until I had my son. And I started having nightmares. For me, everything changed when I gave birth to my child. And I think that's, again, a blessing from God to unlock that, wait a minute, here's what happened to you when you were a kid. Don't let this happen to him. But got a therapist, worked through a lot of stuff, and had all these realizations and started realizing, wow, I've been the one sabotaging all my relationships or picking the wrong people that were never meant for me. Suddenly you can see. And then when you can start seeing, wow, you make different decisions and choices, and life's different.
But you got married
Mm-hmm.
in the end. So you did decide there was a guy you trusted. Looking back, is that not it?
I don't know. I look back at my ex-husband and I think, I don't know. Was it more that I wanted to have a baby because I was 31 years old? Probably.
Yeah.
Do I love him? 100%. But it was more about, I don't even know if it was trusting. It was knowing that I had all of a sudden, and for anyone who hasn't turned 30 yet, that's a female, get ready, because there are hormones that kick in and callings that kick in. I never thought I was going to have a child. And then suddenly it was like, boom, flip the switch. I want to have a baby. Yeah. And he was the guy I was dating. And yeah.
You got divorced. Were you surprised
when it happened? Yeah, I was shocked.
Okay.
But now looking back on it,
no,
not at all. Of course not. The point is that when you're in it, you don't see it.
Yeah.
This is why outside perspectives are super helpful.
How long was that you were in that marriage for?
I mean, maybe 2 years.
Oh, okay.
It was very, very,
yeah.
It was very fast. And so the key takeaway on this one, trust your intuition. That is a really key piece. I knew it wasn't right, but I felt guilty walking away because I'd already been engaged to him, planned the wedding and whatnot. And so just always trust your intuition, regardless of how you think it could impact somebody else. It's better to hurt someone sooner than later, for sure.
Can you define the word love?
I don't know. You just know when you're in it. That is for sure. You know when you're in it. As long as you open your heart to people, which I've done obviously many times, I just end up closing it, before I think it's going to get, to that next level marriage. For whatever reason, for me, that had been the roadblock. I don't know. If you open your heart to people and you surround yourself with good people, you do things that you love to do that you find joy in, you're going to fall in love.
What about the love for your kid?
It's stupid. I feel like a 15-year-old girl dating the college guy that everyone is like, and I text him, yes, and he doesn't text me back. And I feel so sad, and I send sad emojis, and I send all these crazy memes to him, and he doesn't reply, and it's very sad. But I will tell you, it's like your heart walking around outside of your body. It's unbelievable. It's the best. And when you did all you could, you did the best job you could, and they're such good humans, I don't know, it's really exciting. I can't wait to see what he does in life. It's super exciting.
What do you do for a living for someone, again, the first time that they're meeting you? How do you describe that?
What I do now, or
what you do now, and then I'd love to jump back, go backwards.
So now I'm a keynote speaker. I speak literally all around the world, which is so crazy that this glass of milk goes to the Middle East like it's a nothing. So I speak all around.
Skim milk, though.
Skim milk, yes. I never saw my life like this. So to me, some days I wake up and I think it's wild. I'm a board member, which is the greatest job of all time. Guys, for everyone listening, find ways to make money where you don't have to put a tremendous amount of effort in every day. And becoming an equity partner, having ownership in different opportunities, these are all really smart ways to make a lot of money. So think differently than everyone around you by surrounding yourself with people who are doing the things you want to do. I write books. I have a new series of books that I'm working on now. I'm a podcast host, just like you.
But up until you were 43, you did something different.
Oh, yeah. So I was in corporate America until I was 43. This was like a massive pivotal moment in my life. And it's all about letting your previous identity go. The thing that holds us back is not who we think we are, it's who we think we aren't. And too often in life, we hold on so hard to something. And some people, I see it with some of my son's friends right now, they're holding on hard to high school version of them. And I can see them getting scared and it's not throwing shade at either side that you're on, but just understanding the sooner you let go, the sooner you can become. I had been in corporate America since I was 21 when I graduated college. We didn't have social media back then. So embarrassing. We had beepers and pagers and car phones that were in a bag. Okay, but I digress.
Were there cars back then? I'm kidding.
I literally might left hook you. Okay, here's the thing. I'm in corporate and I start learning this path. And so the more time you spend in anything, the better you get at it, right? So the more visible it is, the more confidence you have, the more reps you put in on anything, the better you get, the more confident you are. So I became an equity partner at 24. I made my first million at 25 or 26, I don't remember. And I netted my partner's 30 million. First great business lesson that I learned, which was I asked for way too little on the front end of the deal, right? I didn't negotiate my worth. And if you don't see your worth, no one else is going to see your worth. That is a fact. So you need to start claiming it now. And I should have been doing that since the jump at 24, and I didn't. I was advanced over a 14-year period 3 times, became a chief revenue officer, was named one of the most influential women in radio, and 30 days later I was fired. And I had an 18-month non-compete, non-solicit, which meant I had to leave the business I was an expert in. And it was the only thing as an adult I'd ever done. And I'd done very well financially. And so that was a really hard moment for me because I had to say, okay, where do I want to start over as a beginner at 43? And nothing was popping in my mind. And so people think that there was like some big plan. There wasn't. And none of this was easy. And, I went under a weighted blanket and cried my eyes out and thought, what am I going to do? I have a child to raise. My son was 9 years old, I think, back then. And it was scary. And he saw me go through that whole thing. And it was not good times. But anyhow, I put a post up and it said, I've just been fired. If I've ever done anything to help you, I need to hear from you now. And that post went viral. It reached millions of people, garnered me a lot of followers on LinkedIn, and brought me so many opportunities. Landed me on the Elvis Duran show, which was a big radio show for anyone who doesn't know who Elvis Duran is. And I was in New York. I'm on his show. And he says to me, well, Heather, obviously you're writing a book. I wasn't writing a book. And I accepted his confidence in that moment. And I said, yes, I am Elvis. And you know what? It's coming out in 5 months. And I gave myself a deadline and I did it publicly. And if you want to ever make something happen, put it on the calendar, give yourself a deadline and do it in public, at least in front of 1 or 2 people. I did it in front of 20 million people. So there's even more pressure, right? So it's put the pressure on yourself and then you will reverse engineer how to get there. And that's what I did. I Googled on the way home, how do you write a book? And it said, you have to write. And I thought, well, I have free time. I'm fired. And I started writing. And wouldn't you know, I hit the deadline. That first book came out and it trumped Donald Trump for #1 on the business biography list the first week it came out on Amazon. And that was one of those crazy moments of what? I never saw myself as a writer. And the reason why is since I was a child, and I don't know how many of you guys had this situation, I had a sibling that was super smart. Did anyone else have a sibling that was smart? My parents would call me the social one, my sister the smart one, and I'd hung on to that label my whole life. And so in that moment when that book did so well, I decided I'm firing that label. I could be social and smart. And that changed a lot for me. So whatever belief you're holding on to, label you're holding on to, decide to change it and rewrite it now. Don't wait to be 43 to let that go.
We met at this AI retreat, right?
So random.
Mindstone.
Here's the thing. We saw this graph the other day in this retreat from Josh, the owner of Mindstone, founder, incredible human, super smart. Right now, we're in a window. So important for everyone listening. The amount of people who are actually using AI is here. The amount not using it is here. So you have this window of time right now to separate you from the masses. Why don't you lean in now and take the unfair advantage? And Mindstone has made it so easy through their product Rebel, which is incredible.
We actually filmed this video at an AI retreat just outside of San Francisco, and it's run by today's sponsor, Mindstone. Their whole mission is teaching everyday people how to actually use AI consciously to free up your time and not let it replace you. It works all across the top AI models, it remembers your work, and it plugs into the tools you already use. So it actually helps you with your real day and not just the quick random questions most of us use AI for. Now, the best part is you can start using Rebel for free and see how it might help you save some time. Just use the link in our description or scan the QR code on the screen to try it today. You feel like you've reinvented yourself so many times. If someone is wanting to go through that period, what would be the initial first 3 steps that you would recommend they take?
Commitment and action is everything. And people ask me all the time, what do I need to do to be confident? Confidence is the receipt that comes after the action. Too much people want to get caught up in, I want a magic pill, or, listen, you want to actually deliver on something tangible that's real, you need to take action first. Messy action. Done will always be better than perfect, right? Like, you've got to actually show up, speak up, take up, do it, do the thing. And it can start small. You can start with baby steps, right? If you're wanting to ask somebody out, like, start talking to someone you don't know in Starbucks, like, start doing the uncomfortable thing. Fear is a green light that means go and go faster. And you've got to start taking these action steps to get to the place you want to go. So if you want to reinvent yourself, if you're not happy where you are, I'm not promoting this right now, but your journal kind of maps out the things. Listen, you need to self-assess and pay attention. I write so much in my first book about the importance of journaling because the one voice and opinion that matters in your life is your own. That's fact. Too often we're not listening to it or we can't hear it because we silenced it for a long time. We need to amp that volume up. The best way I know how is to start journaling because I'm not afraid of anyone judging me when I'm journaling, right? So it's you alone with you. Then the more you start acting in small steps on that voice, the louder it gets, the louder it gets, the louder, and then it gets pretty loud. And then all of a sudden you're in a meeting, you're like, excuse me, I don't agree with that. And you know what? You start feeling fine, and then you're proud of yourself. And then in any moment, you're either creating confidence or you're chipping away at it. And when you start seeing everything through that lens, suddenly choices become easier. And you say, if this person diminishes me or ignores me, that's not my person. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say something. Taking these little action steps along the way build massive confidence within yourself and allow you to start seeing that future version of yourself that you want to become. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You need to start taking those action steps now, and that's what's going to unlock your future.
You're 51.
Thanks for bringing that up again.
Just want everyone to make sure they know that.
That I'm twice your age. Yes.
Well,
Close.
What is one thing that when you were younger, you put a lot of importance on, and as you got older, realized wasn't worth worrying about?
Oh my gosh, how good looking I was when I was younger and how hard I was on myself. Whoever you are right now, you are freaking beautiful. You are amazing and perfect just the way you are. I would beat myself up like, I need to lose 5 pounds. Oh my gosh, my hair color's off. It's 3 shades off. Power of the tongue is real. It's in the Bible, right? Your words either lift you up or cut you down. And so that's something I still work on to this day, is to not be hard on myself for how I look or if I have a bad day or, no one's perfect all the time. But when I look back now at pictures of me when I'm in my 30s, I'm like, what? Stop. Put me back, coach. Like, I'm ready to go back in. But I wasn't celebrating it. So celebrate you right now. And that's what I work on doing every day.
You've said you've done a lot of journaling in your life.
We're going to read what I wrote.
Okay, you dropped a piece of advice here. This is how I want to end this.
Yeah.
If you could give one piece of advice to a stranger, essentially is what I asked you, drop it below in the journal. So what is the advice you wrote? Which would be your parting advice for people listening? And please explain why you chose that advice.
Okay, so I said, in any moment, you are either creating confidence or you're chipping away at it. Choose wisely. Here's the thing. If you start looking at life through that lens, listen, sometimes I don't, right? I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. And we are perfect creations through God's eyes. And we're blessed to be here and grateful for this life. But I make mistakes all the time. And so when I stop myself in those moments and say, wait a minute, in this moment, am I creating confidence or am I chipping away? When I call myself fat, is that adding value to me or taking away? That's taking away. Okay, I gotta pump the brakes on that one. I'm gonna do better. Like, okay, I can do better. So you start noticing, it's simple, it's easy, it's a small action step, but you do that, it compounds, it builds on itself, and before you know, you're gonna start feeling more confident. Just be thoughtful. In every moment, you're creating confidence or chipping away at it, and make the right choice.
For everyone listening, you can choose to listen to this advice, or you could choose to take action on it. So I encourage everyone listening to take action on it.
Action first, confidence second.
Thank you. That was great. If you're interested in learning more about AI, check out Mindstone's next AI retreat in Scotland this October.